So if you could give one mixing tip for anyone, what would it be if you had one?
Refer regularly to something that else that sounds great. You are never so good, and you've never mixed for so long, and you are never so experienced that you don't need to import into your very session. And I don't mean stop and put on a CD and do some listening. I mean take a track that you love, something that sounds stunning to you, if even if it's like Pink Floyd or Bohemian Rhapsody, something, whatever it is, import it into your session and let that always be the bar. In other words, and it doesn't have to be sonically relevant. It just has to be something that is tremendous sounding to you, or you know to be tremendous sounding to your artist. And when you start, listen to that first, because at least for me, I'm never good enough to be outside of referencing. I always, even if I know my mix is smoking, even if I've checked it in the car and it sounds great in the car, and even if I've already mixed 8 tracks for that record, and I already have a template for how it needs to sound, I will still take Gordon Lightfoot, Sundown, stunning track, and import it into my session and go, wow, and I need a lot more volume on these. In other words, there's always something to be learned from something that you think sounds great. And don't be too busy or too lazy or too sure of yourself to constantly reference what you're doing against things that have done by yourself or others in the past that you know sound great. So that's the only tip I can think of. It was really helpful to me.